Friday, May 16th. Welcome into Daily Dingers, brought to you by Better and Green. The streak is over. 1-2 day yesterday. MLB once again forced my hand with a 6-game slate. Uh, yeah, we couldn't sniff out the winners there. Lost on Baltimore, lost on Houston in a painful one. That was an actual play for me. 1-0 loss. So really tough one there with the Astros. We did end up winning. The Reds first five. That was easy cash, easy money. So still 9-2 for the week. 3 more plays to close out here. Late show today, was busy dog sitting all morning long, so getting this one out late, but all night game, so plenty of time to go ahead and get these plays locked in after this video here. So let's get right into it. The Subway Series here in New York. The Mets head to the Yankees to play the first of 3 games here. The Yankees are currently minus 155 home favorites, plus 130 on the Mets. I'm looking at the value on the Mets here. We're going to take a stab at them. Like the situation for the Mets here. I can't say New York. I keep wanting to say New York, realizing they're both New York. So, yeah, like the spot for the Mets. They are off a road or a home loss to Pittsburgh where they got shut out 4-0. They had a day off. Now they travel to the Yankees, a series that they've had circled on their schedule, I'm sure. Meanwhile, the Yankees returning back home off of an extended road trip where they ended up going 4-2. Only losses were 1 to the Athletics, 1 to the Mariners in extra innings. Other than that, they took 2 of the 3 out of both of those series. So, Yankees coming back home feeling pretty good about themselves. Friday night on their home field here. I think the Mets plus 130. I think it's just too good of a price to pass up. I think the Mets will win at least one of these 3 games. If I were to bet, I'd say they probably win 2. But I like the Mets tonight plus 130. I think it's a good price, good spot for them. It's Tyler Megill on the mound for the Mets against Carlos Rodon for the Yankees. I think Rodon, his name brings him a little bit further than his skill at this point. I don't think he's quite as talented as maybe what his name resonates in the line. So I think you're getting a touch of value on the Mets here. You have Juan Soto returning to the Yankees, or playing the Yankees for the first time since playing for them last season as well. So a little angle there. Just think the value's too good on the Mets, plus 130 for one of the best teams in baseball. We're going to take a stab at the New York Mets against the Yankees tonight on the money line. Going to an 8:05. Oh, sorry, and that is a 7:05 Eastern start time. Going to an 8:05 Eastern start time. We're going to jump right back in on the Houston Astros, but we're going to take plus 1.5. This play, it could be really bad. If Houston goes out and gets blown out, it's not going to shock me, but I'm going to err on the side that that's not going to happen. Now, you have Texas minus 195 at home, so the plus 1.5 on Houston, right around minus 120, and I think that's fair. I think the price is inflated on Texas because, A, they're on a 6-game win streak, B, they have Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, who has been really a pleasant pitcher for them in their rotation this year. And lastly, because Houston has Lance McCullers on the mound making just his second start of the season, got absolutely shelled last time out, gave up 10 runs in the first inning to the Reds. So just by looking at his numbers, he's 0-1 with a 15.75 ERA. You heard that right, 15.75 ERA, 3.00 whip, 4 innings pitched, 4 Ks, 6 walks. Terrible stats just by looking at it. McCullers, not only McCullers, but McCullers' family as well, we're getting death threats after that start. And I really just expect him to have a nice bounce back here. It's one thing if he's getting the death threats, that could go a different way, but when they're involving his family, I expect him to take that personally and kind of come out, have a nice outing here, and put an end to that, and really kind of protect his family there. So, and McCullers has had, a nice career leading up until now. My fear is that they've rushed him back and he's still injured. But like I said, the angle I'm going with here is the death threats against his family. I think the value is on Houston. With the just the bird's eye view basically of McCullers' stats with the 15.75 ERA. I like Houston to bounce back here. We're gonna do the plus 1.5 because I could see Texas winning in another one-run game like they did last night. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough value for me to take the 1.5 yesterday. But at minus 120, I think it's a fair price. I think Houston bounces back. Texas bats have still been suspect all year, even during this 6-game win streak. They've had a few nice outings, but still relatively low scoring. So give me Houston plus 1.5, minus 120. Like the spot for the Astros in that one. And then finally, my favorite play of the day will probably be my only official play on the board. The Seattle Mariners head to San Diego to play the Padres in their 3-game series. Padres minus 155 home favorites, and we are playing Seattle on the money line plus 130 here. So looking at all dogs once again, if you haven't figured out by now, kind of a dog player in the MLB, but really like the spot here for the Mariners. So they are off a back-to-back homestands where they went just 1-5. Well, when you go 1-5 at home, the last thing you want to do is keep showing up at home to your home fans who are probably not happy with your current form. They get to hit the road now, go out to San Diego, play a really good San Diego team. Not only that, but it's their first of 10 straight road games. Always love when a team has an extended road trip of more than 6 games. Really want to get off on a good foot, get that road trip started the right way. So after losing 5 out of 6 at home, now having a 10-game road trip, really like the Mariners. I think they're going to be really focused in this game. Meanwhile, you have the Padres, who are staying home, just had a 3-game series at home against the Angels. They took 2 out of 3, lost game 1 in that series, and then came back to win the next 2. But then they had Thursday off. I don't like when a team is riding a little bit of momentum like the Padres are with the 2 straight wins. Now they have to take a break before entering this new series. They're staying at home. I think the focus is all going to be on the Mariners side. I think the Mariners have the pitching edge here. We have Logan Evans on the mound for the Mariners. We have Steven Kolek going for the Padres. And again, bird's eye view of the numbers here. Kolek 2-0, 0.00 ERA. Has not given up an earned run, .91 whip, 14 innings pitched, 11 Ks, only 4 walks. But the sample size is so small. I don't expect that to continue. I think that's why the Padres are such a big favorite here, because they do have, the public's going to look at their pitcher. Oh, he hasn't given up an earned run. Padres at home, let's take minus 155. It's playable. I don't think so. I think the Mariners are the team here. I expect them to get the win. It is my favorite play on the board. It will be an actual play for me. So just to recap here, we are looking at the Mets plus 130 on the money line, Houston Astros plus 1.5 runs, minus 120, and the Seattle Mariners plus 130 money line. All right, guys, sorry for the late episode, but thanks as always for watching. Going for a 12-2 week, that would be extremely nice. So really nice week here. Thank you as always for watching. We will see you on Monday. If you are enjoying this content, please subscribe, like the video, comment below, have a profitable weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Thanks for watching.